brothers and sisters, sisters who want to be brothers and vice versa. It's that time of the day you've all been waiting for.
Can Jesus see my weed?
Is my EBT here?
No, you dumbass. It's the moment of reason with your host, Big BK.
You're developing right now an 8-year-old child. I'll say it again, an 8-year-old child is facing murder charges in connection with the death of a 1-year-old. We first told you about Kelsey Lewis's death last month. New tonight, WIAT 42 News reporter Stefan Dingle explains how an 8-year-old can be charged with murder. Stefan?
Jim, 2 women left to go to a nightclub with an 8-year-old boy to watch over 5 children, including a 1-year-old who allegedly beat to death because she wouldn't stop crying. Now, according to police, this 8-year-old boy is the youngest person they've ever had to charge with murder. Now, Katara Lewis, the mother of 1-year-old Kelsey, found the baby in her crib the next morning unresponsive before calling medics. Now, the coroner said the baby died from trauma to the head and internal organ damage, ultimately resulting in her death. Now, an 8-year-old murder suspect is in DHR custody, but how different will it be for a child versus an adult who faces murder?
The difference between an adult and a child being charged with murder is very important. Children being charged with anything, the issue is to try to rehabilitate the child. Juvenile court is designed to rehabilitate children and make them better citizens before they're adults. So it's going to be very interesting how the court handles this one, being that it's a murder charge.
Now, investigators say the key to them charging the 8-year-old boy with murder was the articulate testimony of one of the young children who was also present when the beating happened. Now, it's important to note that only 1-year-old Kelsey belongs to Miss Lewis. Now, the other 5 children belong to the homeowner who also went to the nightclub. Now, Miss Lewis is going to also be charged with manslaughter. She's set to appear in court later this month. Live in Birmingham, Stefan Dingle, WIAT 42 News. Coverage you can count on.
I'm going to tell you why that little boy killed that little girl. Because his whorish mother and her friend that left her baby and all those other children for him to watch so they could go to a nightclub and twerk and grind all night long trying to catch the eye of another possible baby daddy has more than likely left that baby and those other children with him in the past on countless occasions. And she and other dumb women around him probably take a lot of their frustrations out on him. He, in return, took his pain out on that new baby that is probably getting all the praises and blessings.
Oh, it's beautiful, baby. Beautiful, baby. Let's see. Good finger. This baby will be beautiful. Let's see the ears. Nice ears. Yes. Good ears. Thin lips. Nice nose. Yes. Good baby. Pretty baby.
Upon the giving of birth, the first concern of the mother generally revolves around the complexion and hair texture of the child. Features approximating the masters were most desired by the mother and considered to be a premium.
You have some pretty hair. You have such pretty hair. It's okay. It's okay. Look at your hair. Nice, straight, pretty hair. And a nice little nose. Yes, it's gonna be okay. It's okay. No need to cry. You're such a sweet little baby. You have such nice hair. I sure hope you keep it. I sure hope you keep this pretty hair.
While he gets treated like absolute shit.
Black mothers, in noticing the bleaching effect that washing with strong lye soap had on their hands, begin to apply lye soap to their children's faces in order to lighten their complexion. This was done in an attempt to lessen the pain that they had come to associate with blackness.
What you doing to him? Why don't you do something for that nappy hair? This child got the nappiest hair I ever seen.
Come on, Brandon, time to do your bleach.
Yes?
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go back and talk to Mommy, okay? Do you think that you are harming your kids, their health by putting that on them?
No, because I just started when they got to grade level.
So you don't think you're harming them? You don't think those chemicals at all could possibly be harming them? Something that you might not know, that there is some type of risk?
Not if a doctor don't tell me.
So your doctor has told you that it is okay to bleach your children?
Yes.
One of my favorite films that really owns in on black family dysfunction and outright social destruction and community decay is the old classic mid-1970s flick, Claudine. For those of you who have never seen that movie in its entirety, I want you to take the time to see it. I've been watching that film myself since I was a kid, and I have the entire film diagrammed, as I do many others that I've used to break down the common strand between the reality we live and see today. Claudine revolved around a single mother played by actress Diahann Carroll, who had 6 children that ranged in ages from 17 to 4.
Holy Christ. How'd you wind up with 6 kids?
Well, haven't you heard about us ignorant black bitches always got to be laying up with some dude just grinding out them babies for the taxpayers to take care of?
She had been married a couple of times, and all of her children were the products of 3 men. The most special character in that movie to me was her oldest child, played by actor Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. He was a young man that was coming of age during the heyday of outward radicalism and free expression that was a big part of his generation of the early 1970s. And he viewed his mother's choices in men, as well as the black men who had preceded his generation, with extreme contempt.
I don't understand you no more.
I just want to be free, Mama, that's all.
I think you're going crazy, Charles.
Crazy. You know? Crazy, all right. I just want things to change. I want to be able to feel like a real human being. I want to be able to just breathe. You know, sometimes I just start crying for no reason.
Oh, Lord, sweet Jesus. Rope, would you please say something to this boy?
Yeah, man, you say something to me. Tell me how niggas supposed to lay back and take shit. Tell me how to sneak around and hide. How to sit up like some goddamn dog begging when welfare ladies come around. Come on, tell me all about that, Mr. Garbage Man.
Charles! Don't you never talk like that to Rope.
You ain't got shit to say to me, man.
That's all I got in this world, my children.
I hate them.
Get away from me, Charles!
I mean, I knew I had nothing, but I have to share what I ain't got.
My son, the Black Revolutionary. You ain't nothing but a snot-nosed coward. That's all you are.
Yeah, that's right. Ain't that what you want me to be, Mama? Why do you think Francis the way he is? He's being exactly what you always wanted him to be. Invisible.
You're a damn crybaby.
I don't know why you killed me when I was born.
Oh, you talk crazier every day.
I mean, if you love me, you'd have killed me. Like the women back on those plantations. They killed their kids so wouldn't have to be slaves.
His character, as I said before, is the most special in that movie, because I've met many children and teenagers through the course of my life that are completely reviled and repulsed by many of the decisions their mothers have made. A few months back, I was listening to NPR News, and there was a psychology segment in which one of the women that was featured on the show said that a small religious organization that is headed up by some folks out of Cincinnati, Ohio, had recently taken their chaplain ministry on the road for almost a year, talking to men and women between the ages of 21 and 45 that were all serving time in prison. Along the way, they also did surveys when they spoke with the convicted felons, and their findings were shocking. Over 80% of the inmates they talked to stated that they had little to no love at all for their own mothers, claiming that their mothers did not protect them and blamed them for much of the problems that existed within their households as they were coming up. And this was not just men. This was men and women who said the same damn thing. They had trifling, sorry mothers who didn't do much but scheme on the next dick that they were going to find. There are going to be many simps and feminists who all run to the aid of the mother in this particular story, coddling her and making every excuse in the book as to why she chose to twerk all night long over dick at a nightclub, but I don't even want you to focus on them right now. What is important is the fact that this little 8-year-old boy is being charged with murder when this is all the mother's fault. I told you stupid motherfuckers before, when I made that video, it's all her fault, which is a total spoof on the modern state of affairs that black society has fallen under. I provide evidence that can't be refuted. But yet and still, all the black feminists and simps can do is keep saying this, but it's 50-50 bullshit, as if most of these men have the choice to decide what is sanctioned and what is not in the average black household and black neighborhood today.
In the case of Johnson Lee versus Longshore, these results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. As it pertains to 18-month-old Caden Longshore, Mr. Lee, it is without question you are Caden's.
I told you I got nothing left to say. Told you, nothing left to say. Nothing left to say. Kiss my. Can I see my grandchild, please?
Jerome, can you please go see if you can get Miss Longshore together?
I need to see my grandson, Your Honor, please. Please, I've never seen him. I never touched him.
A few years ago, there was another black mother whose children burned to death in a home. And she was also shaking her funky tail at a nightclub when her kids were killed.
And we begin this morning with the latest developments in a fire that killed 2 children over the weekend.
This morning, the mother and an aunt of the 2 kids are in court. They are accused of leaving the 2 home alone. ABC 7's Jason Knowles joins us now live from 26th in California with more. Jason?
Well, Judy, Jose, an aunt and a mother in court today. They are charged in connection with the 2 deaths of 2 children who did die in a house fire over the weekend. Here now pictures of those 2 women who are charged. 23-year-old Tatiana Meekins, the mother of the children, and 22-year-old Brittany Meekins, the aunt, are both charged with 2 felony counts of endangering a child and causing death. They also face 2 misdemeanor counts. The 2 victims who died, 2-year-old Jarvis Meekins and 3-year-old Jariah Meekins. The fire started early Saturday morning in the West Inglewood neighborhood. The fire was ruled an accident, and officials say that an unattended hot plate used to heat a room could be the cause. Investigators also say, though, that the adults weren't home at the time and the children were left alone.
She was charged with negligence, but she didn't spend any more than a couple of weeks in jail because public sympathizers fell for her crocodile tears. The mother of this young baby who was killed at the hands of that 8-year-old was able to bond herself out of jail for $15,000, which, if you do your calculations correctly, is only $1,500, since you would only have to come up with 10% of it. The same news outlet that reported this incident also reported a story a few days prior in which a University of Alabama student filmed himself performing animal cruelty on a cat.
The other top story tonight, a disturbing video showing a University of Alabama student abusing his cat has gone viral.
And today there's outrage over the graphic video. WIAT 42 News reporter Stefan Dingle joins us now live from Tuscaloosa Police Headquarters, where this has become a criminal case. Stefan?
Yeah, Sherry, right now we do know police have obtained a warrant to arrest the student. They're working to arrest him this evening, but this all comes after video appeared online of him allegedly beating and choking the cat. Now, we must warn you, the video we are going to show you can be disturbing. This video, allegedly posted by a University of Alabama student, has people outraged. WIAT 42 has blurred the image because of its graphic nature, but the sound alone can be disturbing.
This man has been charged with a Class C felony, which carries up to 1 year in prison and a $15,000 fine. And that is only the fine that is being levied for cruelty to the cat. It has nothing to do with how much the bond payment carries. This shows you that at the end of the day, your children's lives aren't worth kitty litter.